The silent house. It was a house that no one dared approach. Standing at the end of a long, overgrown path, its windows were dark, its walls crumbling, and its doors forever shut. For years, the villagers whispered about it. The silent house, they called it. They said no one who entered ever came out. One evening, a man named James arrived in the village. A traveler with no family or home, James was a skeptic. He scoffed at the villagers' tales and decided to spend the night in the silent house to prove them wrong. Armed with nothing but a flashlight and a sleeping bag, he set off down the path. The house was eerily quiet when he arrived, its air thick with the weight of forgotten years. As he pushed open the door, it creaked loudly, breaking the stillness. Inside, the air was musty, and shadows danced on the walls. James set up his sleeping bag in the parlor and sat down to read, determined to pass the night peacefully. But as midnight approached, the silence became oppressive. A faint whisper echoed through the hallways, growing louder with every passing minute. James dismissed it as the wind, but his heart raced nonetheless. Then the whispers turned into voices, soft, mournful, and unmistakably human. They seemed to be coming from the walls themselves, pleading for release. The floorboards creaked under unseen footsteps, and the temperature dropped sharply. Suddenly, the door to the parlor slammed shut. The whispers turned into screams, filling the room with a cacophony of tortured souls. James stood frozen in terror as shadows twisted and writhed around him. His flashlight flickered and died. Panicked, he rushed to the door, but it wouldn't budge. The walls seemed to close in, suffocating him with their weight. Desperate, James clawed at the door, but it was too late. The voices had him now. By morning, the silent house stood just as it always had, still, dark, and uninviting. The villagers noticed no change, except for one thing. They never saw James again. His belongings were found abandoned in the parlor, but no trace of the man himself remained. And so the silent house continued its vigil, waiting for its next visitor.